Yo, you know I be with it. I be with it. I be with the crime content, homie. You know I do. Assalamu alaikum, peeps. This is your boy Musa Azakar, bringing you flame. You already know, homie. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You be left in the loop every time your boy drop that content. Shout out to the black YouTube out there that be Ticket TV. Carcino, Kwame Brown, the lead attorney, J.R. Wisdom, Mr. Palmer, Too Raw for Sports, Too Raw for TV, Kicking with Mr. Moss, LC Predator Catcher, J.D. Black, Corey Holcomb, Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson. Yo, these brothers bring that flame. They bring that flame. On that YouTube. And I think I may explore my options on Rumble too, man. Maybe I could be more expressive. Because I be getting hit up with these little copyrights. And it's like, man, are you kidding? But they let everybody else do whatever. My stuff don't even be nowhere near. Nowhere near, but they pick and choose just like a woman. They pick and choose just like a woman. But, man, I came across this disturbing video this morning about a guy. His name is Brian Cohee. When I tell you, this Mickey Ficky here is crazy. He crazy as hell. And we gonna cook. We gonna cook, boy, cause I tell you, man. You don't know when we go out them doors if you gonna make it back. You don't know what's on somebody's mind. And some people just crazy as hell. I mean, point blank, period. Like Big Brother Ticket TV would say, point blank, period. I mean, it is what it is on that. And y'all about to hear this deranged Mickey Ficky as I return. Right back, ladies and gentlemen. Right back. No further ado. Make sure you subscribe to Mr. Broken's channel. Mr. Broken. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And this is the interrogation of Brian Cohee. This Mickey Ficky here is crazy. And you're finna hear how crazy he is. Let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, subscribe to Mr. Broken's channel. That's where I got this meal from. And I love air frying and sharing it, you feel me? Let's rock and roll.
This is Brian Cohee, the 19-year-old with a troubled past and various mental disorders. While being interviewed by investigators, Cohee reportedly admitted to killing and decapitating a homeless man. The Mesa County Coroner's Office identified the victim earlier that month as 69-year-old Warren Barnes. During police questioning, Brian casually boasted about his lifelong fascination with death and morbidity, but particularly chilling is the manner in which he described his act.
I cut open his belly to see his guts. It really pained me. Sorry, that was morbid. I tossed the armpits around. Like I took the right armpit, threw it out, took the left armpit, threw it out, and then I took the head, put it in a leftover box. I always want.
Oh my God. Oh man. This is some sick shit. Homie, he's describing this to the detective like this is like walking in a park. Man, unless a motherfucker do something to me, I couldn't see myself just harming somebody simply because I don't, disagree with them or whatnot. May not like their stands on something, but to kill him in the rage that you did, dude, you crazy, man.
I wanted to know what it felt like to cut someone. It was just curiosity, more or less.
On March 1st, 2021, Brian Cohee was arrested in Colorado after a bag containing human remains was found at a local address.
Oh Lord, it's like he wanted to get caught up instead of just getting rid of the evidence or whatnot. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. "21 years old now, man. At that time, he was what? Probably 18 or 19. Boy, that's a hard hitter. We got some crazy Mickey Fickies on this earth, y'all.
A call was made from someone who said they had found what they believed to be human remains inside a plastic bag at a home. The department then conducted multiple searches, and human remains were found at one of the search locations. Police said Cohee was associated with one of the searched addresses and was taken into custody for questioning. It was later determined that Cohee had killed Barnes on February 27th. The way he did it and why will send chills down your spine.
Well, I'm telling you.
And how did you get here? I murdered someone.
Okay. So start back at the beginning and go slow and tell me as many details as you can remember.
So, because I mean, Murray going to jail for the 17 years probably.
I have no idea.
Because
We're at the beginning.
it's murder. I mean, I'm going to jail for
Okay.
20 probably, but I am in a bad state of mind at that time. I have.
Now, they will play the mental thing. Probably should have reduced their time. Like, man, come on now, man. How long is that shit gonna work? If you can add 2 + 2 = 4, man, you ain't got no mental problems. You ain't got no mental problems. You control that rage. Don't give a fuck what nobody say. You control that. I'm hearing voices. You ain't hearing no damn voices. You just want to do what the fuck you want to do.
Major depressive disorder, so I am not thinking something positively.
Okay.
And Brian, before you start, when you say you have a major depressive disorder, I'm just curious what those are.
Actually, I have several. I have high-functioning Asperger's.
Okay.
I have ADHD and major depressive disorder.
At the very beginning of the interrogation, Brian displays acknowledgement of the crime and the potential consequences, or entirely
Here on the railway track, so I'm like, oh, interesting.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's a homeless person. So I grab my knife, I put on 3 layers of gloves.
What are you worried about? I mean, this looks like it's pretty close to the road and stuff. Somebody seeing you
Well,
or pissing you?
it was 11 p.m., so not many were driving by.
So, were you worried about them seeing you?
I was worried about one of them stopping. But
What did you think could happen if somebody...
well, if they looked, well, it was quite dark under there, so they wouldn't have seen the guy unless they looked. They would have seen me holding a bloody 12-inch knife, wearing gloves, and wearing a mask to conceal my identity, face mask.
Okay. So you weren't doing it for COVID, you were doing it to hide your face?
Partially. Social distancing.
His approach to the interrogation might be a coping mechanism or defense strategy. By being upfront and seemingly casual, he could be trying to control the narrative, deflect the intensity of the situation, or perhaps even attempting to manipulate the perception of his mental state. The officer had by now realized that he was dealing with an extremely dangerous individual with serious issues. He observed that the killer enjoyed boasting and discussing his crime, so he allowed him to speak freely, only interjecting with brief questions. Everything was proceeding relatively smoothly, and Brian began delving into the details of his crime. It seemed like the officer would quickly conclude his questioning, but what followed was a shock that left him utterly speechless.
I took the knife, I pulled back the canvas, and I stabbed his neck. He was panicking at first, in his old man voice. He was in his 50s. I know why I call him old man. He was saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Ah!" And I just kept on stabbing his neck. Is it okay if I do a demonstration?
Oh, yeah.
This is him. I was straddled on top of him like this.
Okay.
And it was like back. It was actually surprisingly easy. I was barely breaking a sweat. I thought, oh, this guy, he's going to be tough. But no, it was actually surprisingly easy. And during the time I was growling and making animalistic noises.
But why were you doing that?
I suppose it was a frenzy.
Okay.
I was so excited, so rushed up on adrenaline every day. But woo-hoo. And I paused, and he's like, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, "I've been wanting to do this for a long time." All the while, no, actually, after I killed him, I just couldn't stop saying, "Sticky, dirty, dirty, sticky." I wasn't smelling anything, but
So why were you saying that?
I don't know.
Okay.
And then after that, I stripped his clothes. I cut open his belly to see his guts. They're really pink. Sorry, that was morbid. Then I cut off his head. I gave him a Glasgow smile.
What's that?
A Joker smile. I destroyed his eyes by stabbing them in.
Okay.
And then I cut off his hands. I put those in plastic Ziploc bags. And then I cut off his right arm at this joint
Okay.
and at this joint. And then at this arm, I tried cutting it here, and then I tried cutting it here. But what happened was, I accidentally broke his bone.
We're going to stop right there. I'm going to leave a link in the description box. You can see how much this crazy motherfucker going on. I pray for the victims, man, that they get some healing, man. But from what I'm understanding, when he got in court and he got that sentencing, and let's see what he said. The jury's found Cohee guilty of murder in the first degree for 2 counts of tampering with the deceased human body and for tampering with physical evidence. Terry Cohee said upon walking out of the courtroom, "I would just like to express our family's deep and sincere sympathies to the community and family of Mr. Well, Brian didn't say it was somebody family said that. That's hard, man. That's hard. I'm going to leave a link in the description box. I get ready for that plantation, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Peace and bottle. Have grease, people.